YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're back doing the new look 2019 rebuild, and we're doing my personal favorite team, the Portland Trailblazers. Of course, have been big talks about the Blazers this offseason. Damian Lillard's going to the Lakers, and CJ McCollum's getting traded, all that blah blah blah. Okay, CJ McCollum getting traded wasn't too unrealistic. There's a possibility that could happen just because the Blazers do need to make some moves, so the only thing they really can do with all the contracts they have is move McCollum. But I was really getting irritated with the Damian Lillard to the Lakers, because Lillard loves Portland, and he's not going anywhere for a while. As long as Portland wants Damian Lillard, I don't think he'll be going anywhere. So I hope, for my personal sake, that the Blazers want Damian Lillard for life, because I want him on the Blazers for life. He may not win a championship with us, but just seeing him do everything for Portland is awesome. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just basically simulate and see how the season goes, guys. I really don't know what to expect this first season. We have Evan Turner, we got Seth Curry now, Mo Harkless, Zach Collins is in the rotation, and Wayne Baldwin, which isn't bad. But of course, I have some moves to be made. I'm gonna go ahead and send Gary Trent Jr. to the G League. Send Gary Trent Jr. to the G League. And then Anthony Simons to the G League, because I want both of them to come back better than ever. Can I even send Caleb Swanigan to the G League? I can. And does he have a contract next season? I hope he does. He is, yes, he's locked up. So yeah, I love definitely how this team is looking. Myers Leonard, really need to get rid of him. Wayne Baldwin balled out in Summer League, so I hope that he comes over to Portland, or he gets some minutes and he maximizes the most out of it. But of course, I really don't like the way they have it rotated right now. Evan Turner, I don't like Evan Turner. I really don't. I love him. He's a great guy and all, but I'm gonna have Mo Harkless start, and then I'm gonna give Evan Turner 22. As a player to watch, yes, he's fun to watch. No, he's not fun to watch. I mean, as a backup, that's what I'm trying to say. As a bench player, he'd be fine, and with a better contract, because his contract is absolutely atrocious, but with a better contract, I would love Evan Turner. But 17 mil for Evan Turner, I just gotta shake my head on that one, guys. It sucks, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and start simulating, see how this team does for the first season, and of course we're gonna be making some moves for the Blazers. Alright, so at the end of the season, we were 36-46, 10th in the Western Conference. A lot of people expect us to miss the playoffs, but as a Blazers fan, I know that we can make the playoffs. I know for a fact that we can make it. Obviously, 2K didn't have us making it, but it's all good in the hood, guys. We're going to get this figured out. I went ahead and did some contract extensions at the extension deadline. We got Mo Harkless back and Al-Farouq Aminu. I love Aminu starting at the 4. He brings that defense, and he can stretch the floor. So I love Aminu. He's not going anywhere. The 3 spot is really where I want to increase, like really upgrade this team. And then the bench is going to be a lot better next year with all the G League players that are coming out of the G League. So I cannot wait for that. So this team is going to be a lot better next year. I'm really not worried. The 3 spot is where I'm worried. A starting 3 is what the Blazers need. If they had a wing, a 3-and-D wing, maybe an elite wing, they would be absolutely... He would be absolutely great. Like, it would be awesome. The Blazers would be great if they could do that. But it's just a matter of can they do that. So we have the 10th pick. So let's just say, for instance, maybe the Blazers just don't make it to the playoffs. So we'll have a lottery pick, the 10th pick in this year's draft. Now I think you use that pick I'm going to use that pick to my advantage. Now, when we look under contract, of course we have Evan Turner, Mo Harkless, and then Myers Leonard. So Mo Harkless, after this season, his contract will get a little bit better. So I mean, I could potentially trade him still. Evan Turner is the bad contract. He's got 1 year left on his contract, so you could wait it out and, you know, you'd be okay. Evan Turner could stay. Nurkic is on a great contract, if you ask me. 12 mil for his services is a steal. I don't know, just my opinion, I think that's a steal. So Anthony Simons going to be a great backup point guard, or, well, shooting guard. I'm going to actually move him to the point guard when I can. And then, so Evan Turner and Myers Leonard are the contracts that I really want to get rid of. But since they're gone, I don't know what to do in this case. So Caleb Swanigan and Zach Collins. So we're going to be probably getting all those guys back. Don't really care for you two. And then we have negative 38 million cap space. So if we could get rid of Evan Turner and Myers Leonard, we could have the money to maybe sign a decent small forward, someone better. I could also take it in with the draft pick I have, so I could wait it out and say I'll just let these guys expire, then they're gone next year. I'll have some money hopefully, but I could also use that 10th pick to my advantage and trade him now. I don't know, but I think Evan Turner's contract would probably be impossible to get rid of. Myers Leonard, I think, is more of a different story. It's not like horrible. Maybe someone takes a chance on him. We throw in 2 second rounders and someone takes him on. So let's go ahead and throw him out there. Myers Leonard, who wants to take his services for 1 season? All I'm asking, take him for 1 season off my hands, and I'll take whatever you want. Jonah Bolden, they want to give me a first-round pick for Myers Leonard. That's kind of ridiculous. Felicio Gortat, we would take Alex Lynn. They give us a second-round pick. I don't think that's very realistic. If John Lure, Pistons give us John Lure and they give us a second-round pick this year, that don't really help me much. The Warriors, what teams? Clippers, Hawks. I think the Hawks maybe makes the most sense since they are a rebuilding team, but I don't think it makes sense for them to give me a Alex Lynn. How about they give me one of their cheaper players and maybe like Miles Plumlee? No, that doesn't help anybody. DeAndre Bembry, Alpha Kaba. Let's just do this. We're going to go ahead and give him Myers Leonard and a second round pick, not two. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Let me go back to that trade. Let me do that. Two second round picks, and they'll take on Myers Leonard off our books. So we'll do that. So Myers Leonard is moving on, and we just gave ourselves some more cap relief next summer, hopefully, when we will have cap. I'm not sure if we will have very much at all, but hopefully. It looks like we're going to have 15 mil minus these team options, so I don't know. We're still going to have to definitely figure it out. I really hope that I can just free up some money because I really want to make this team elite. Evan Turner, like I said, I don't know what should I do with this 10th pick. Should I just go ahead and select someone? I probably should just go ahead and select someone. That way, Evan Turner will just walk next summer. So let's just go ahead and select someone in this year's NBA draft, and then I'm going to meet you guys in free agency. So I have an interesting trade here with the Orlando Magic. We got Evan Turner, the 10th pick, another second round pick, and Maurice Harkless for Evan Fournier and Tyler Johnson. Now, as much as I don't want to take Tyler Johnson in this trade, Evan Fournier at the 3 is a possibility. He is 6'7". The defense isn't the greatest, but it would be another scorer. It would be. So I'm not sure how much is Evan Fournier a good defender. I've never really thought about that, but we're going to do this trade. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 10th pick. They're going to take Evan Turner and Harkless off my books. They're going to get Harkless once again. I do like Harkless and all, but, you know, just for the greater good, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him out of here. Tyler Johnson will expire next year. So Evan Fournier, and we'll decide whether we want to re-sign Evan Fournier and to still be the 3. So loving this trade for everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and roll with that. So I'll see you guys in free agency. Alright guys, so we really didn't have money to do anything in free agency, so this is going to be the rotation for this season. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Evan Fournier, Caleb Swanigan, Yusuf Nurkic, Anthony Simons, Tyler Johnson, Al-Farouq Aminu, Zach Collins, and Gary Trent Jr. So we'll just see how this team does. Tyler Johnson will be gone after this season, and then I don't know about Evan Fournier. I guess he has a player option. I didn't see that when I traded for him. I kind of was hoping he wouldn't, so I don't know if he's going to accept that. He most likely will, unfortunately, but let's just see how he does, and then maybe that's a good thing that he will accept, and then maybe he's a, nice long-term solution for the Blazers. In year number 2, we end up not making the playoffs. Once again, we barely missed the playoffs, but barely is still missing. So I'm hoping Evan Fournier does decide to walk. I think he will. It says he's going to test free agency, and then Tyler Johnson will be gone as well. So those two really didn't work out, and we didn't make the playoffs. So I'm hoping they decline their player options and they go elsewhere, which I believe they should. But you never know with Evan Fournier. He might, except you never know with 2K. I really shouldn't be saying Evan Fournier. But with 2K, you don't know what they're going to do. So league meetings, let's go ahead and see. We're going to reject that. And then draft lottery, we're not really worried about the draft pick. I don't care. And maybe I hire a different head coach. Rick Carlisle, he probably won't accept. He rejects. Okay, so what about Terry Stotts is back here. David Fizdale. I guess David Fizdale maybe. He got fired from the Knicks maybe, I guess. I don't know why he's available. And he is signed. So David Fizdale is our head coach. So I don't know. He has a little bit better of a rating than Terry Stotts, so maybe that'll help a little bit. But Trade Finder, we have the 13th pick. No big contract I really want to get rid of. I mean, maybe Aminu is up there in kind of a big contract. Cap holds. Evan Fournier, I would love to get rid of that cap hold, but Tyler Johnson's gone right now. And then these guys are gone. And then the rest of these guys are going to be back, hopefully. So we're going to go in and see what I can do, and then I'll get it all figured out. We're going to be trying to trade Al-Farouq Aminu out of here because I think if I am able to, they want to give us a future first-round pick for Aminu. I don't think that's too much to ask for. I'm going to go ahead and give them a second-round pick, though, or maybe a lottery-protected pick in the future, 2022. We swap picks, lottery-protected, so we'll do that. That makes it kind of fair, I believe. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do. Let's see how much money that freed up. We have 15 mil in cap space now to sign a small forward. Basically, all we're going to be doing is signing a small forward. Garland, they took him in the draft, so he might become a trade piece if necessary. But small forwards that are available, Kevin Durant is here, Draymond Green is here, and Al Horford is here. Jaylen Brown would almost be perfect. Negative 9 mil in cap space to afford Jaylen Brown. Jabari Parker, is there any good threes that I could take? Alan Crabb, you can come back to the Blazers, play the 3. We could almost afford him, but I don't really want to do that. Gallinari, Evan Fournier, Jabari Parker, Brandon Ingram, those are my best bets. Shooting guards wise, Avery Bradley would almost work out as well. KCP, Clarkson, not really seeing. I feel like Draymond Green would also be nice with the Blazers, but of course we're not going to be able to afford him. Al Horford would do the thing as well. But Jaylen Brown, I almost love the idea of getting Jaylen Brown. I don't know if the Celtics would match, but we don't really have anyone to trade to free up the cap space, unless if I traded Nurkic, which I guess is a possibility, but I really don't want to do it. It just depends what the offers are. We got Dario Saric. They don't really help me. George Hill, Austin Rivers, Kelly Olynyk, Derek Favors, Buddy Hield, and Paul Millsap, Gortat, Steven. Yeah, none of these offers are really going to help me out. So, Garland is a young up-and-coming prospect. So, what if I did a unprotected 21 first-round pick in Garland? What could that get me in the trade market? Marcus Morris. We got James Johnson, Bruno Fernando, Buddy Hield, Will Barton at the 3, and Brook Lopez as a backup center. I miss Will Barton on the Blazers. I really do. Jalen Hands, TJ Warren, Dennis Schroeder, Derrick Rose. Should I do that? I mean, I need a 3. Will Barton is a decent 3, and Brook Lopez would be a nice backup center. I give them 2021 first round pick. They get Darius Garland. I'm going to do it, guys. Will Barton will be our small forward, I guess. I don't know. He's kind of undersized there, but whatever. We'll play him there. He's a better defender than CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. But hoping that works out, because that is a decent trade for us. So I'm going to go ahead and move to player progression now, and I think this is going to be it. That's all the moves I'm going to be making in the video, guys. I think that we should finally be able to make the playoffs, hopefully, because Will Barton is a nice addition. Could even potentially play him at the backup, or could play him. No, he's got to start. Never mind. There's no way we can play him as a 6th man. I was thinking the 6th man maybe, but I don't think there's any way that can happen. Chicago Bulls signed Evan Fournier. It was good while it lasted, Evan Fournier, but Will Barton I think is going to be nice. And plus, Lillard and McCollum and Will Barton are all friends in real life, seeing as they used to play together. So I love the fit there even more. So I'm really hoping that this was the right move to make. And I just hope we make the playoffs this time, because there's got to be a happy ending, right? We got to make the playoffs at least once in this video. If not, then I just that would suck. That's all. But untapped potential. Let's go ahead and throw this at our young guns: Zach Collins, Caleb Swanigan, and Anthony Simons, and Gary Trent Jr. So oh wow, Anthony Simons is at 84 overall already. So looking good. Trailblazers lock up Glenn Robinson. Ooh, no, that's not what I want to do. And then look at the coach game plan. We have Damian Lillard, McCollum, Will Barton, Swanigan, Nurkic, Simons, Collins, Gary Trent Jr., and Cameron Payne. But I'm going to go ahead and take Cameron Payne out of the rotation and let Brook Lopez get some, Brook or Zach Collins can play the 4. Zach Collins goes up to an 81, and Brook Lopez goes up to a 77, so we'll do that instead. So Brook Lopez will play in the backup 4 while Zach Collins plays the center, because Zach Collins is more of a better defender than Brook Lopez is anyway. So let's go ahead and see how this team does. Hopefully making the playoffs this time, because if not, then I just give up, because this should definitely be a playoff team, I would think. Once again, in this video, we are on the outside looking in. I did 3 seasons and didn't make it once, so there you go. There's 2K for you. I think that made this team pretty decent. I don't know why we didn't make the playoffs at all. I really think it's this roster that I use, because every time I do a simulation, it's just 2K just gives me one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Like Indiana as the 8th seed, Atlanta as the 3rd seed, Orlando's in the playoffs. I mean, Kings are in the playoffs. I just don't understand it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy and subscribe if you haven't already. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace. 2.4K baby on the way.